My name is Derek Forston. I'm super excited that you guys are here. Shay, who are you? Shay.
I'm Shania Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder here at Forston Consultants, where we teach you how to go take people from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the ILF, independent living facility model, where we are the trademark holders, owners of that model, that education, that consulting model. So don't get played by the rest. Come join the best. You like that, don't you?
Ooh, I like that.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you're joining us and if you love God, you love people, and you love real estate, then God is not going to change your life with information. But information is baloney if you don't implement it and do something with it. I think Shay's got a quote for that.
Information without implementation is stagnation, leads to stagnation.
That's it. For the people in the back.
Information without implementation leads to stagnation. I do want to talk about something just to kind of round off the event and why it's so important to, one, get information and consulting. The consultant aspect is for that push for implementation, right? You can gather all the information you want, but if you don't have that support to help push you through the process or lead you through the process, that's where you can become stagnant. That's where analysis paralysis can set in. That's where you start trying to over-educate yourself and over-analyze information and not implement. So you've got to be very careful with that. And that's why I think it's so important that you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, those that can teach, that know the space, and that can consult you through the problems, the obstacles, the high moments and the low moments. So that's one of the things I wanted to share, because I think a lot of times people, they find the information, and we see that in a lot of our groups and communities. They get this information and then they forget, that you got to apply it, right? You can gather all the information in the world, but if you stay soaking up information, you'll never move. And a lot of people don't realize that. They can get so paralyzed by the information that they're consuming that they forget how to literally put that information to work.
Yeah, it's almost like putting me on trial. It's almost like interviewing me to see, will I or can I be your one-on-one coach?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times on YouTube, we do a bunch of encouraging, we do some teaching, we give some game. But if you've never been to my masterclass, I don't do a lot of encouraging. I jump right into the material.
Yeah.
So for new people that have no clue who I am or even what this model is, that typically goes really well for new people, because you can come to YouTube and be encouraged and we kind of bounce around.
Yeah.
But on that masterclass, I follow a strict order of business. And that's why I want to make sure that you all get a chance to join that.
Right? So welcome.
Welcome.
Right.
I'm
welcome.
your new big brother. So welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So because you're a new subscriber, I think it's only important that we explain who we are, what we do.
Yeah, y'all know I only need one person to kind of just go. But I wanted to welcome that. So I am here by design. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is it anybody else? Because if not, she's going to get a masterclass all by herself right now. Just a mini one. Because even though she found me just a couple hours ago, I want to give her the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she saw a video I shot 6 months ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But just in case for her or him or anybody that's joining us, really quickly, I used to be a social worker, begging God to change my life, just like most of y'all. And really quickly, watch I tell this story. I saw a lady making $41,000 a month.
Yeah.
I am here by design. And she was doing it in this model that I talk about every day, 7 days a week. But the only difference was that she did it in rats and roaches. So when we teach you how to do it in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we teach a lot of people in North Carolina and South Carolina, you're not going to do it like that. You and I just met, and I can believe already that you won't house people in rats and roaches, especially not making the kind of money that most of us are begging God to put into our bank account.
Correct.
So I'm not that special. Now, in God's eyes, I am wow. But to the everyday Joe, I'm just a regular guy. Got a big heart for people, and I love God, and we've always liked real estate. And God allowed us to mesh it all together, and we call it a ministry. So instead of mistreating people, we show the love of God through real estate. So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it.
Yeah.
These are not group homes, not IDDs, and there's no license required. So if somebody said, Derek, can you give me one cheat code of why this is better than anything else? No license, no city permission, and no $30,000 sprinkler system, right?
Yeah.
And to get permission from all of these people to tell me that I can make a change in my city. And the devil is a liar.
An easy point of access, entrance, I should say. This space gives you an easy place to enter, where you don't have to, have like today's topic says, how much does it take to start, right? We've got ways of training and teaching you how to start with no money down, because you don't even have to have the property, but it's the foundational aspect of getting your phone to ring. Right. A lot of people will start this by going and getting a house first, and then they've never even went out and done any of the marketing. So we teach you how to chronologically set yourself up to be successful in this space. And with the housing referral agency, business in a box, it's something that we've now really just restarted selling this year. It was part of our city tour, so it was only available if you attended one of our in-person state to state, city to city interactions, right? Lunch and learns. But now we've made it back available because we noticed that in our ILF Academy on Facebook, where there's over 25,000 people in this community, they don't know how to gain the access to the case managers, social workers, to the population that they want to serve. So what we've done is we introduced the HRA business in a box so that people can get an understanding on how to get their phone to ring. It's the foundation, it's the fundamentals, it's the 101, right? To get yourself started. So it can take as little as a cell phone with a data plan. You having your business set up and start making the connections in the community. And then you start connecting with other people that have houses. And now you've made this intricate marriage of you being the one that has the supply and being able to fulfill that need for the person that has the house that may not know how to get their beds filled. So you become a means to an end. And while you're doing that, you're making an income to help to sustain you or prepare you for your ILF. So we teach you all different ways to get started. So like I said, you can get started today by, going to our website, texting the word, texting the letter HRA. Sorry, I meant to say text the word
to 407-326.
Yeah.
So what she was just talking about, you guys got a way to get started right now.
Correct.
So if you text HRA to that same phone number that's scrolled below, we teach a way that's called the housing referral agent of how you can get started. You don't need no property. You need a cell phone and relationship. So that's the gist of what my coaching is. And if you master that, you're going to do real well once you get your own house.
Correct.
So I would even employ you guys to do that tonight. That webinar is only like 10 minutes. And it'll change your life and it'll make more sense once you watch it.
So it's literally you're giving them, you're taking back you're peeling back the layers of the onion. You're giving them all the information in one sitting, right? And that's how you're going to be able to take that information. We've got people that can take that information and take off running. We've got people that say, you know what, Derek, that's enough to me. You giving me enough information to be dangerous, but I'd rather you hold my hand. So we give you all entry points. There's, you can start with us by joining us here for free, complimentary. You can join any of our coaching. We've got a $5 ILF Academy Elite community where you go in and you watch a replay of a previous masterclass and you can start asking us questions because we're in there to help you understand what you've watched. And that's $5 a month, right? You can pay $60 for the whole year and you got a year subscription of being in that community. So
16 cents a day.
So, we're still allowing people to join that because we're only 1 week in. The collective is a group coaching session where we meet every 2 weeks. And it is for the year. And we're walking you through the process. You get to mingle with other ILF one-on-one clients and hear some of their questions that they may be facing in this community group and be able to understand, their real world problems after being in it for about a year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever the extent of the time frame they've been in it. But it helps you to grow with community, with family, and not feel like you're doing it alone. So Derek, back to you.
We appreciate that. And just for my new people, really quickly, I want to show y'all something, right? And I just saw a lady again doing this the wrong way.
Yeah.
In the rats, the roaches, the filth, and the grime. And because I knew y'all weren't gonna believe me, I took pictures of it. So I knew many years ago that one day I would tell this story. And this is what I saw when I went to visit some of these homes when I got the idea to do it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, the devil is a liar. So I saw everything from the rats and the roaches, and then people sleeping in front of the kitchen stove, paying $750 a month. So guys, I'm honest with y'all. I'm not a genius. I'm no rocket science. I just always had a big heart for people. I always loved the thought of being in real estate, because I said, God, everybody I know in real estate, they pretty wealthy and rich and do good in life. I said, God, I want to do good in life. And I said, I like helping people. And he used my wife to trick me. I'm going to call trick me to go to college, because college was not in my idea. But college would also led me to the vision of what I saw. Lucky for y'all, I don't want you to go to college. I just want you to follow the blueprint that we've already laid out for you. So that's why all of our coaching is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint, one-on-one coaching, the collective, the DIY, the legacy. But all of them start out, and then it's called the ILF Blueprint. And the reason why I'm so good at this, y'all, is because I just got into a lot of trouble doing it the wrong way also. I didn't do it in rats and roaches. I didn't put people on the kitchen floor, but I also was uneducated. I was ignorant of how to do this. I don't want that to happen to y'all. That's the very reason why we do this. So one more time. And y'all promised me, by the way, that y'all would not do this in rats and roaches.
Please
Meaning
don't.
that if God make your dream come true of what you're asking him to do in your life, can we just make God a promise that we won't do it in rats and roaches? How many of y'all have promised me that we won't do it like the way I see on screen? Because I'll never forget the day I saw this stuff, and then I had to compare that. I said, wow, that lady showed me 41 grand a month in her Chase Bank app.
Yeah.
Now, y'all, she didn't know I was going to go sneak to all of her places.
Literally.
So I went to all her places. You just met each other. I can promise you guys, Aisha wouldn't house people like this. Because it don't take a rocket science to know that if we're going to make this kind of money that most of us are begging for, we got to treat people a little bit better than this, right? And it's simple by just putting $40 pest control over to the place. And pay somebody $40 a month to come and spray this place to make sure we don't get roaches and rats. And if we do, we going to do something about it. That woman told me, she said, Derek, I ain't going to do nothing about that. Either they stay in here, Derek, or they can go outside and sleep in the rain. Lord have mercy.
So real quick, for the young lady that I have your comment posted right here, if you can do me a favor and just text me your name to the phone number 407-326-0086, I can have someone check to see if you got the if you're notated in there.
Yeah, so everybody, please make sure you text that one word GROW to 407-326-0086. And that's why I'm going to show you guys how I saw a lady making 41 grand a month doing this in these conditions that y'all see on screen. And then I want 10 more people to put in the chat that you promise that you won't do it like this. And as long as you don't do it like this, man, as we always love to say, money is built into this ministry. Money follows ministry. So we don't have to mistreat people. We don't have to house people in rats and roaches and in filth and in squalor. We don't have to put the beds on the floor. We don't have to put them in burnt up kitchens. Yeah. Can you see those beds on cinder blocks? And that lady told me clear as day. She said, Derek, I'll never teach you this, bro. Exactly, you keep sending me these people. I am here by design. Do you see how those beds are on the ground? Why we can't put them on bed rails? Why we can't buy that bed from Amazon that's $40? That all you need is the mattress. You don't even need a box spring. We went away from box springs 3 years ago. I could go to Amazon and spend $39.99 and get that twin platform bed and get that dadgum mattress off the floor. How you gonna tell me that you're trying to change the lives of people? You making 40 grand a month and you put the people on the floor.
Right.
Why does his fan got to be on top of a banana box and a suitcase? Like this stuff to me, y'all, like this isn't rocket science to like the way we treat people. But anyway, guys, on screen is what it should look like, right? And again, this don't cost a bunch of money. I'm not going to Rooms to Go. I'm not going to Haverty's. I'm not going to Ashley Furniture. A lot of this stuff is actually donated. We love Walmart. We love that store called Roses. And I'm going to go and make this look really nice, really affordable. Because also when I started this, y'all, I didn't have a bunch of money. The title says, how much does it take to start? Guys, like the only thing you see brand new in this picture right now is that rug on the floor. I bought that rug from Walmart for $69.99. And even at that point, that was a little expensive for me. But that beautiful yellowish mustard color furniture, see how I went with that yellow and gray, y'all? Shay didn't dress that. That was me. I love doing this kind of stuff. Does that make sense, everybody? Like nothing in this picture is brand new except that rug. Everything else is from a thrift store, donated, or from my house. Yeah. And depending on how long you've been around us, you've seen hotels literally call me and donate the entire hotel furniture to me because they're going to throw it out tomorrow if we don't come and get it. Yeah. We get calls that sound like this. Hey, Mr. Derek, how's it going today? Great. See the great work that you guys are doing over there at Second Chance. We're getting ready to revamp our hotel, and we got 43 dumpsters outside right now, Derek. But we get ready to throw away everything from the beds to the couches to the furniture. Now, if you want it, Derek, you better come up here and get it. Because if you don't, in 72 hours, everything in this building going to the dumpster.
The dumpsters will be here to pick them up.
Because I'm the coach, and what I do, I called everybody in my city that I coach, and we all went and got a U-Haul. And what you see in these pictures now are from hotels that gave us this stuff. Oh, I hope that make a lot of sense to people, because some of y'all think you got to go out there and buy this stuff. I run my big mouth so much about what we do and the impact we're trying to make. People are donating this stuff to us. Yeah. Shay is a nonprofit. I'm for profit.
That is the pros of being a nonprofit. And those monies are going towards a project that I'm doing personally with a family that is displaced. And we've been putting money into this before anything even happened. And look how God turned around and just blew on that and provided extra funds for us to take that project a step further. Yep. So for just so you will know what I'm doing, there's a family that's been displaced for a while. They learned about us through our Thanksgiving campaign. We were able to pour into them for Thanksgiving, fed the family. For Christmas, we made sure that the kids had a good Christmas due to the donations that came in. And then now they're in a situation where they've been placed in a temporary housing situation and they can't cook. So I partnered with Metro Diners. Big shout out to Metro Diners. They are one of my restaurant partners for Thanksgiving. And they are also now a new restaurant partner for anything ADF, Angela Denise Foundation. So every day for the next month, Metro Diners will be preparing this family of 4 a hot, fresh, cooked meal. At no cost to me. The only thing I have to do is transport, get the meal picked up from the restaurant and sent to them. That's the power of partnership. And a lot of people think of the nonprofit space as always money, 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 money. But what people don't realize is the Angela Denise Foundation, for the first week of this whole campaign, is the Angela Denise Foundation paid for that out of the Angela Denise Foundation's funding budget, the transportation. But now, my team started submitting grants applications this week, and we sent out 25 and immediately got a response within 24 hours from one of those grants that said, hey, we want in. Here's $1,000 to this same situation, this same project that you're dealing with. So again, that's the benefit of having a nonprofit. Yep. Yeah, I love what Synergy Transport said. Yeah,
exactly. We talk about this all the time in terms of money follows ministry. Yeah, and she's living it.
And what we do as ILF owners and operators, we're always going to fund first before we receive anything in return, whether you're for profit or nonprofit. You set up everything before a person even comes in the doors, right? You're furnishing, you got lights running, you've got water going, you've got all of these things happening before anybody even enters into that home to find a space to reside. So just think of that, right? So that is ministry. It is truly ministry where you're doing something and you're coming out of pocket well before you receive any type of ROI, return on investment. So just be mindful of that this is truly ministry. And if you treat it that way, the money will follow.
God bless each and every one of y'all. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake.
God bless y'all and good night. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. But I love you.